Hare Krishna, good evening and welcome all of you all for today evening's Bhagavad Gita class. So, as usual, let's start with the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanadhyamrandasya Jnananjalansalakaya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Ruparkatam Valyam Vedati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yukta Padamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sarjatam Sarvanaram Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padani Savanalita Shri Vishakamatam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Devamantu Jagatpate Gopecha Gopika Taptadanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Paridanam Bhavebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Radha Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. So we have already been discussing the 6th chapter and the last 2 verses are left. So by the mercy of Krishna today we will complete the 6th chapter. Then we will go for a Diwali vacation. So this timing has been very perfectly matching. So last 2 days session, what we have been discussing. Does anyone remember anything that you have? Fast recap I would like to have. Yes. Remember anything? Everything has evaporated. Saturday to Saturday, everything evaporates. Huh? Okay, Lord was first Arjuna asked this question of how or what will happen to a person who has done devotional service but not to the fullest and halfway or incomplete hai, so what will happen to his devotional service? And then to that Krishna gives an answer. Yes, for a person who has done devotional service at any time, there is no loss. Always he is in a win-win situation. He will first will get Swarga, life in Swarga for a long time, long duration, and after that he will again be born in a rich and aristocratic family where he can again continue his devotion from the very point he has been there. So the best part of devotion is at any point you leave it, from that point it can start. Otherwise, everywhere in material life you have to start from zero. So that's the one very big benefit. Secondly, Lord has said, yes, in a rare case, one may get a chance of being born in a devout transcendentalist, and your devotion start at a very young age. Child is opening in a very religious and pious situation or surrounding, and thus he get a chance of getting elevated to the spiritual realm in the second birth itself. Of course, such birth is very rare. That's what God says. Such a birth is very rare. And one more thing which Krishna mentioned very nicely is, yes, a person who is elevated in this process, in the course of time, at times it takes many births. It is not possible that one may be doing it in one birth, but in a couple of births. So now, last 2 verses which are very, very important and which Krishna is giving a very direct instruction to us. Let's go. Right? We'll do the last 2 verses, right? Yeah, another important point which I have to mention was, yes, Lord mentions again and again that with because Purva Abhyasi, because of his earlier birth, he gets immediate a chance to start with the devotion. Purva Abhyasi, it's very important is that because of his earlier. So now we have to take verse number 46 and 47. तपस्वी भो अधिको योगी ज्ञानभ्यो अपि पतो अधिकः कर्मस्थि च अधिको yogi tasmat yogi of Arjuna. A yogi is greater than an ascetic, greater than an imperialist, and greater than a fruitative work. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances, be a yogi. So, what do you understand? Be a yogi. What are you going to do? How are you going to become a yogi? Yes, Prabhu. How do you think you can become a yogi? Arjuna is yes. So what is he saying? What are the things generally people will try to do? Is greater than an aesthetic. एक, aesthetic मतलब क्या हो? ज्यादा करके लोग तपस्या करते हैं. व्रता and like उग्र तपस्या करते हैं. उग्र तपस्या very strong balance से लोग like कोई जाके हिमालय में खड़ा रहता है. All that and adverse conditions they try to do devotional service, but actually it is said that tapasvi is good. It's good to be a tapasvi, but a yogi is higher than a tapasvi. Why? Why is a yogi higher than a tapasvi? What's yogi has love? Okay. No, there also he has got to have love. Otherwise, he can't go and sit in the Himalayan mountains. No. Yogi is a victim of all the still he very good. Very nice. Tapasya is with some motive. Yes, that is motive. Tapasya you do for the motive. Tapasvi, though he is on a spiritual path, but he is doing with a motive. कुछ मिलेगा उस इरादे से काम कर रहा है. Whereas योगी जो है वो बस भगवान को भाव से भक्ति कर रहा है. बस he doesn't have any return. And when very nice point which somebody added was yes, yogi is in this material world staying, he is connected to the Lord. Whereas that person has to get detached from this material world and sit in some secluded place or a lonely place, then only he can become a yes. All the Shad Goswami is also that. Yes. What did the Shad Goswamis do? They were instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go and unravel this hidden Vrindavan which was being lost because of the Mughal era, Mughal emperors. They had the whole Radhakund, Shamkund, and all the places where the Leela studies were all getting covered up. So it was their seva. They were given this duty of discovering all these places and opening these places for us. Otherwise, today we would have not got Radhakund and Shamkund. Today we would have not got the various Leela studies. So, Adhika Yogi, Jnani Bhi, one who is Jnani, one who is wise. Jnani ka matlab, one who is wise. What is the meaning of Jnani, wise? Yes, yes, Rajesh. ज्ञानी का सवाल ज्ञानी को पूछता है. Hey, yes, come in front. ज्ञानी क्या? ज्ञान है, apply. ज्ञान है, but he has to apply. ज्ञानी अपि मतः I consider. What is Lord considering? Whatever Lord considers is always correct. And अधिक कर्मी भी च अधिक योगी. कर्मी भी मतलब यहाँ पे कर्म योग से संबंधित, जो कर्म योग से कर रहा है वो भी एक योगी से छोटा है. मतलब योगी इज हायर देन है कर्म योगी जो कहते हैं, अक्सर कहते हैं, उससे भी कम. इसके लिए भव अर्जुना, तस्मात् भव योगी भव अर्जुना. Therefore Arjuna become a yogi. So what is the benefit of becoming? Benefit, भक्त बनने में benefit. फिर एक छोटा सा कहानी। एक आदमी अपने मालिक के घर पे बहुत काम कर रहा था, मालिक से पैसा देता नहीं रहा था, तो उसका मन हुआ चलो अपना माल बटो बेटा किया, भाग गया। मालिक को पता चला, मालिक was following him, दोनों एकदम कभी ये आगे कभी वो पीछे ऐसा भाग और चल रहा। जाते जाते on the way he saw a nice satsang was playing, भागवत कथा, काफी भीड़ था, बैठे चला बैठे हमारे की भक्ति कर सुन रहा है। तो सेठ भी बाहर खड़ा है, आने दे, कितना देर बैठेंगे, बाहर तो आएगा ही, सब एक ही गेट पे यहाँ पे पकड़ूंगा उसको। So both were sitting in the satsang. तो ये महाशय आगे गए, वहां पे दीक्षा का महिमा बहुत बता रहे हैं। Speaker was talking about the greatness of Diksha. So how you should take a Diksha, why you should take a Diksha, how by taking Diksha your prarabdha karmas are all gone, your past karmas are also gone, all those things. And it's a new life, it's a new birth. It's like, that's why you're called a Dvija. Dvija means what? Second. Like a bird may lay an egg, and from the egg, there is a second birth. From there, the young one comes. So he was very much missing. By the time of the katha was over, he went up the stairs, which चोरी किया पूरा पैसा उधर समर्पण कर दिया। गुरुदेव हमको अभी आप शिष्य बनो, दीक्षा दे दो, अभी दीक्षा। Generally, the Diksha is not given like teacher generally sees the student at least for a couple of minutes. How sincere he is. Is it coming by just like a fad? He's coming and then he's running away, or is he really serious in getting the devotion? And number of things is, and then finally after 2-3 years, minimum 2-3 years, then only a Diksha. So this fellow, but the sadhu was very soft-hearted. He felt this fellow was very sincere. Here, Diksha. बाहर निकला, सब प्रोग्राम में बाहर निकला, बोला गया, बाहर आ रहा है, मालिक ने पकड़ा उसको, hey where are you running, come on give me my stuff. मैंने कुछ चोरी नहीं, I don't have, we'll go to, let's call the police. That time those days there was no police, the king used to. So they went to the king and they asked the king. King asked him, who's telling the truth? He is telling you have done. And what do you say? इस जन्म में मैंने चोरी की. What did he say? इस जन्म में मैंने चोरी की. कल सुबह, आज सुबह तो तू चोरी किया, हाँ आज सुबह चोरी किया, तो इस जन्म में मैं चोरी नहीं की. I have done not done any. So now what will you do? He said, chalo, let us do a test. If you are telling the truth, it is said, you will put a burning iron, hot iron, hot iron. You will put it in your hand. If you are telling lies, it will burn your hands. If you are not telling lies, it will not. I am ready for it. So they put a burning hot iron. It didn't burn. So to the shock of everyone, king said, oh, he does not burn. He is correct. This fellow is putting wrong. Said परेशान, ऐसा जला आज सुबह मेरे घर से चोरी किया, नहीं जला. So immediately the king said, now I'll put you in the prison. He said, the chore, that is the servant or chore, whatever you call it, उसको दया आएगी, गलत हो गई, वो भी सही है, मैं भी सही. He said, one second, वो भी सही है, मैं भी सही. मैंने क्या बोला, मैंने इस जन्म में चोरी नहीं और मेरा अभी जन्म हुआ. Then it narrated the whole story. Finally the king left. What the story actually indicates is that when a person takes a spiritual path, it's really a new path. So he can get rid of all his dharma yoga, tapa yoga, everything can be left aside, and he can just simply take over to devotion. By that, You will always in upper. Just imagine, morning he is doing the stealing, and the evening when they are being testing him, he is saying that his hands are not burning. So it clearly proves that if your surrender is sincere, it all needs only 1 second of sincere surrender. But since that sincere surrender should be in 1 second, it should be that. That's so. Let's read the.
When we speak of yoga, we refer to linking our consciousness to the supreme absolute truth. Such a process is named differently by various practitioners in terms of the particular method adopted. When the linking process is predominantly in nutritive activities, it is called Dharma Yoga. When it is predominantly empirical, it is called Jnana Yoga. And when it is prominently the devotional relationship with the Supreme Lord, it is called Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga or Krishna consciousness is the ultimate perfection of all yogas, as will be explained in the next verse. The Lord has confirmed herein the purity of yoga, but He has not mentioned that it is better than Bhakti Yoga.
That is very important. See, generally people say, "Oh, भक्ति से क्या मिलेगा? क्या होगा भक्ति से? भक्ति से बहुत कुछ होगा." How one is performing, what is the real understanding of bhakti is sometimes variant. What type of process one takes on to, like some people do whimsical devotions. That is not accepted as bhakti. One has to do bhakti with some proper knowledge, and it should be under proper parampara, under proper guidance. It should not be whimsical. People generally go for whimsical way of doing bhakti, and that is dangerous. And most of the people opt for that type of process because that becomes easier. One process says, "Oh, you have to restrain your senses. You should not eat onion, garlic. You should not do this." Oh, the other process is so nice. I am able to do that without any problem, without any restraint. There, uh, one person came across one personality, and the person is saying, "Oh, I go to XYZ parampara because there is no restriction of eating onion. They are having their base in Vrindavan also. But then in Vrindavan also, if you go, there are many upper sampradayas. They are not actual sampradayas, they are upper sampradayas. And these upper sampradayas are very dangerous. When they will come and when you will come in their clutches, you will never. That's why Prabhupada says milk is good, it is delicious. But the minute the milk is touched by a snake, same milk becomes poisonous. Of course, do penalize the snake has been touching the. Similarly, one has to be very focused. One has to be selective. It's like on Thursday class, I give an example, like how a devotee has the qualities of a devotee. How many of you remember? Some. That's and like those four, the four qualities, eagerness. Like eagerness. That eagerness should be there. You should be focused on what you want. Mayavad philosophy will come, the Brahmavad philosophy will come, all that philosophy. छोड़ देना अपने को असली करेक्ट जो चीज है like ये सब कचरा है no I like and goes in picks no perfectly and last but not the least salt one should not be interested in taking name fame recognition ठीक है name fame recognition नहीं है चलेगा I don't want to be a cause of anything I just want to be a humble son that should be right so these are the things which share one story. I wanted to share it in the yatra, but I'll share it now. Once, when Radharani was, sorry, Krishna was born under the day. So next day, there was a big party. So Nand Maharaj was giving a lot of conditions. चोरी की चाबी जिसको जो चाहिए लेना ले तो one गोपी came. मुझे क्या चाहिए आप जो देना उसको उठा के उसने चांदी का थाली कटोरा ग्लास खुश होके नाच चांदी के लिए वो भी और एक हाँ उसमें खुद की क्यों जाए। अरे अभी नंद बाबा के घर पे क्या आनंद हो जय कन्हैया लाल की और उन्होंने ये सब किया है। तो सब तो मुझे तो ये दिया मुझे तो सोना दिया she gave me golden bangles हाँ गोल्डन बैंगल्स तो सस्ते में बिट गई निपट गई जा जाके माँ तो गई वापस वो भी गई फिर कही तो यशोदा मैया give me this and to give to that book अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है I am so busy doing all that ठीक है वो भी रख ये भी लेके जा वो सोना भी तो एकदम सोना पहन के एकदम मटक मटक के जा रही बस और एक बुक कूद रही सोना मिला है देख मैंने कहा बैंगल्स मिला है क्या हो गया तो 9 लाख कहाँ दिए 9 लाख कहाँ दिया एकदम हीरे जड़े वाले वापस गई वापस हाँ उसको तो तुमने 9 लाख कहाँ दिया मुझे दिया नहीं ये भी रख चल ये मेरा ही हार लेके चल 9 लाख खुलने को टाइम नहीं कृष्ण लाला चिल्ला रहे ये उड़ के जा रही ऑन द वे क्या हो गया इतनी भटक रही है नाच रही है क्या हो ये मिला ये मिला ये गले में 9 लाख का हार भी है तो पर 9 लाख हार भी तो पूरा नुकसान में है, घाटे में तो तेरे को क्या मेरे को तो और कुछ नहीं मैंने तो कृष्ण को अपने गोदी में लिया मैंने कृष्ण को अपने गोदी में लिया बस अच्छा हाँ, लाला को गोदी में लेना वही तो बड़ी बात है ये सब कौन सी बड़ी हाँ वो भी सही है कृष्ण को गोदी में she went and said मेरे को कुछ नहीं चाहिए तो लाला गोदी में हाँ, ठीक है यशोदा मैया से लाला को गोदी में ले ले so गोदी में ली and when she saw Krishna she was so perfect she was so attracted that's why it's called as karsha iti karsha means it attracts it is said Krishna is so attractive Krishna is so attractive Krishna is so attractive that once Krishna was walking to the bank of the Yamuna seeing his reflection in the water and he was wondering who is this so handsome and beautiful that's his attraction the Lord himself doesn't know how attractive he is this is what is bhakti इसमें आपको ज्ञान नहीं नॉलेज नहीं है हाँ कृष्ण के पैर में ये चिन्ह है कृष्ण के क्या बोलते हैं वो वस्त्र में होते हैं श्रीवत्सल है कौस्तुभमणि पहनते हैं देन वैजंती माला पहनते हैं शंख चक्र गदा रखते हैं या वेणु रखते हैं ज्ञान बट भक्ति में ये कर्म का क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन है ओके चांदी मिला सोना मिला 9 लाख हार मिला ये सब दिस इज earlier is first and foremost one should not have 42 activities knowledge about Krishna is not enough to have just simple service and devotion to the Lord is what is actual power which one gets towards devotion in devotion in bhakti that's why bhakti yoga is superior that's why Lord is telling bhakti yoga is superior to this superior to that I mean yeah to empirical that is jnana yoga karma yoga as well as for tapas even for a tapasvi also bhakti yoga is please
Bhakti yoga is full spiritual knowledge, and therefore nothing can excel it. Asceticism without self-knowledge is imperfect. Empiric knowledge without surrender to the Supreme Lord is also imperfect. And fruitive work without Krishna consciousness is a waste of time. Therefore, the most highly praised form of yoga performance mentioned here is Bhakti Yoga. And this is still more clearly explained in the next verse.
So basically, Lord is summing up this entire chapter. Next verse go to the summary. Every chapter, the last verse mostly is a summary of the entire chapter. Where Lord says, He says X, Y, Z, but finally, which is the best? Like doctor will tell you, okay, you can go for you can go for a physiotherapy, you can go for this. He may give you any number of options. But finally, okay, the patient gets frustrated. Doctor, what should I do? Should I go for a blood test? Should I go for a sonography? Should I go for a physiotherapy? Should I go for an operation? What do you do? Then finally, doctor gives one statement. Okay, you go for physiotherapy, you go for an operation, you have to go for a test. What it is, the final conclusion is given at the end. But while the discussion with the doctor, there were n number of points which are discussed. Similarly, God has given us n number of things, the entire step. But in the end, he is coming with a conclusion that what is actual good? That is actual, who is the actual yogi and who is the most supreme yogi. And that is what God is going to tell the last verse, which is very, 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 very yoginam api sarvesham mad gatena antarpatana shraddhavan bhajate yugam samay yukta tamo mataha. All of you, if you can buy heart this verse, nothing like it. Yoginam api sarvesham. What is the meaning of yoginam api sarvesham? सर्वेशा मीन्स सभी में से, योगी नाम सभी योगियों में से सुप्रीम कौन है? Who is the topmost योगी? मत गतेन अंतरात्मनः, जो abiding in me, always thinking about me, जो हमेशा कृष्ण के बारे में सोचते रहते हैं, वो सबसे बड़े योगी हैं. सभी योगियों में से the most supreme. योगी नाम अपि सर्वेषां मत गतेन अंतरात्मनः श्रद्धावान भजते यो माम, जो श्रद्धा से मेरी भजन करता है, समय युक्त तमो मता, they are supposed to be in perfect union. Perfect union वही है जो this always thinking about. People generally say Krishna was so useless. He left the gopis whom they loved so much and he went off. Tell me one thing. When someone is next to you, sitting to you, how many times you remember that person when the person has gone out? Like we all remember Jigar. We recall. So how many people recall each other of them? So when there is repeatedly seeing that person, repeatedly or in touch with the person, you don't have that remembrance. So it is said Krishna deliberately went out of Mathura, went out of Vrindavan to Mathura, so that the gopis could always remember him and then become the supermost yogis. Gopis become the supermost yogis. Why? Always thinking about him. Hare, नदी के किनारे गए, हरे कृष्ण रहता तो आज मेरा पट्टा, आज मेरा कृष्ण रहता तो ये करता था, आज छेड़ता था, आज मेरे पैर में कांटा लग गया तो कृष्णा के निकालता था. In some way or the other, they would be remembering Krishna. To create this, increase the love for Krishna, Krishna went out of course. As Acharya says, Krishna went out of town, only the Dwarka Krishna, he left, when he was 400 royalness and all that, he went. So you have to always remember that Krishna wants us always our mind. He doesn't want our best, the food, whatever we prepare. हम लोग ये हिसाब से ना डबल घी डाल, देसी घी डाल के हम लोग आज रोटी बनाएंगे, देसी घी डाल के आज हम लोग मिठाई बनाएंगे. भगवान हमसे बेहतर खाना खा रहे हैं. राधा रानी is cooking for him, never repeated till now. और हमने हफ्ते में कितना बार रिपीट होता है सब. इसके लिए हस्बैंड कमेंट आंसर भाई आज क्या बनाया है, because he is then his memory goes to that memory is still there. Last week I had that same subject, it was obnoxious, today also it's going to be obnoxious. So that's what the memory goes back. That means we are repeating the same thing, but what makes it more important for Krishna is not the food, not the whatever what you say, the dresses, whatever you put. Right? Rather when Yashoda Maya used to dress Krishna and send him to the jungle, woods to when he used to take the cows grazing. She used to decorate him with all gold ornaments, nice earrings, all this stuff. And they used to go around, his friends and all used to meet. Gita. They used to remove everything. They removed all the ornaments of Krishna, they tied up in a piece of cloth. And what used to do? You used to take minerals from the stone, the mountains, and paint them with all these minerals. That is why you see all the deities of Vrindavan. They're painted. Red, blue, green, and all that. You will not see gold and it's more simpler, it's more natural. Why is the painting done? Because with wall balls, you used to paint Krishna is very simple. Just for a little butter, he used to dance. A little chas, promote butter. Because the chas or dahi ke liye Krishna naasti. So Krishna is very simple to get. We are too complicated to because our propensity to enjoy, our propensity to enjoy each and every step, each and every way we want to enjoy. Class every don't say chant. But I got the knowledge, I chant. मैं परसों जीने वाले फुर्सत है. I'll chant, फुर्सत में chant. But what is the use of that knowledge? That is why ज्ञानी. What does the Lord say in the earlier chapter, earlier verse? ज्ञानी का वो ज्ञान है, अच्छा है. ज्ञान अपने घर पे रखो, जेल में बंद करके रखो. What is the use? If one doesn't chant the name of the Lord, how will he remember? Right? ठीक है, all that is given and said. Even if you want to call someone, you have to call out his name. अगर आपका बिल्डिंग में नीचे खड़ा रहे, सपोज मैं आ जाऊं, अरे कोई है, हरे कृष्णा कोई है, is he going to come out? I'll have to call the name, and then that person will come out. So similarly, if you want to get God in your life, you will call him, no? जो उसको आप बुलाओगे वो आएगा. अगर मैं यहाँ खड़ा रह के राकेश राकेश चिल्लाऊंगा तो राकेश बाहर आएगा, हेमंत तो आएगा. हम प्रभु को अगर बुलाना है तो मुझे नीचे चिल्लाना पड़ेगा, हेमंत स्पेसिफिक नेम देके मुझे. So we all have to understand that chanting the holy name is very important. Having the knowledge of the Lord is not. Taking his name with love and affection is a more important process. That is the biggest part of the process in devotion service. It looks boring. What is this? Marriage. More of sentimental. Not sentimental. It's actually powerful. When we call the Lord, make an urge to the Lord, please accept me as a good. Always one has to make sure at all given times he has to be connected with the Lord mentally. Physically, you will not be connected. Always you will not be a pujari in the temple doing the puja in the temple. But you have to remember the Lord wherever you are going, whatever way you are. You can remember the Lord. Whether you are cooking, remember some lecture, or some stories told in the lecture, or some leela of the Lord. Something. Initially, it may be a forced remembrance. Force myself to remember. Right. But in the later stages, it will not be a forced remembrance. It will be easy. So, Shraddhavan Bhajate. Yes, Shraddha, full faith. This is a very important word. Adding this. Shraddhavan Bhajate. What is Shraddhavan? Shraddhavan what? What is Shraddhavan?
Fully surrendered person. Who has given his mind to God.
आपके पास श्रद्धा है, का नाम श्रद्धा है, but do you have श्रद्धा? So that means what? Fully surrendered and all is. There's nothing called partial surrender or full surrender. If one is having knowledge but still he is not surrendered, means he is not surrendered. Let us not give a nomenclature like partially surrendered, fully surrendered. Lord says, "Ye yatama prapadyante tam seva bhajamyam." As one surrenders, I reciprocate. But surrender means there is only one surrender. It cannot be partial and not. Then means what? You are having the knowledge of it, but you are not able to execute. You are having your personal reservations with respect to these matters. And as long as you are going to have your personal reservation with respect to surrender, it is going to be a tough. Shraddha means whether I am kept in a bad condition or whether I am kept in a good condition, one should have faith. And whatever his Lord is doing, he is doing. प्रॉब्लम में आया, हम इतना माला चैंट किया और एंड में ये मिला मुझे, ये सिला किया.
Last month of 6 shots.
आशीष सेवा बाद मत प्राण का सेवन ना करा. बोलो, यू नो ना, बैड मालूम है ना. सो मत प्राण, प्योर में मत प्राण, आपको भी मारूंगी, क्यों इच्छा मुझे रखो या मारो. All conditions, connecting with the mind, with the God is the most perfect yoga system. So what is the end crux of this entire yoga system? Okay, you may sit in a high elevated place, you may sit in a clean, the sochi jagah pe baithna hai, not too high, not too low, with your eyes focus on the tip of the nose and all that we read. The process of devotion, yoga we read. But actually, what is the process of yoga? Connecting yourself by mind with the God. If you are able to connect your mind is not nothing like it. If you are not able to connect your mind with God, your mind is going around everything. But you are chanting 64 rounds, you are offering the best of the world, you are doing everything. Everything is a big deal. Unless until one is not connecting himself with the mind with the God, that is the most. Yes, you will read the Bhagavad.
The Lord Bhajate, the word Bhajate is in India. Bhajate of Bhaj, which is used right in also.
Take a break. That's it. Wrong. Yeah, the word Bhajate. Yeah. Bhajate is a root word Bhaja. It is used when there is no need of service. There is need of service. Okay.
The English word worship cannot be used in the same sense as church. Worship means to adore or to show respect and honor the worthy one. But service with love and faith is especially meant for the Supreme Personality of God.
Oh, very important. You have to understand. This is very nice understanding. That what is the difference between worships and bhajan? Generally, the English word says, worship means I worship God. I worship Vimsi. That is. But bhajan means, the classic example is Kunti Maharani. What does Kunti Maharani say in that? She says, let troubles come to me again and again. Why? Because again and again trouble comes. You are there to save me, you will come to save me. So my intimacy with you is there. She says, again, give me more and more. Vipada Santuta Shashvat, Tatra Tatra Jagat. Vipada Santuta Shashvat. विपद दे दो मुझे, विपद दे दो. हम लोग यहाँ अंदर जाते पता निकाल और वहां पे कुंती महारानी बोलती है मुझे विपद दे दो, विपदा दे दो. बट भाई विपदा, बिकॉज इन्हीं विपद आने वाला है, मुझे बार बार जल्दी जल्दी दो. क्यों? एक तो मेरे कर्म कटेंगे, दूसरा my relation with God, my connection with God will become more intense, more strong. So this is what is Shraddha, Bhaja means. Bhaja means always remembering God in all situations. What does she say? That when there was the forest fire, Dronacharya's son put the astra on Uttara. When what is that? Draupadi was being destroyed. But all the problems, Krishna came. In some way or other, Krishna came and saved him. And what is devotion? That you are not tripping and complaining. I am your Bua. And how come I am facing problem? आज हम लोग अपना पहचान होते हैं. Means what? We are confident of our relation. She is also confident. But what is her confidence on relation? He will save me. Problems are going to come. This is Dukkhalaya. Problems are going to come. But he is there to take care of it. That is what is Vajna. No, that is not.
One can avoid worshipping a respectable man or a demigod and be called discourteous, but one cannot avoid serving the Supreme Lord without being burdened. Every living man is a part and parcel of Supreme Personality of God. Thus, every serve God by his own constitution.
One more word. We are all part and parcel. We are all part and parcel. So how are we? Well, we are all part and parcel. So what is the job of the part? To serve the whole. सीधी बात है. अगर मैं इस कंपनी का एक छोटा सा मुलाजिम हूँ, प्यून भी हूँ for the things. So even if I am a worker in the say, I am supposed to serve my boss. I am supposed to serve my boss. That means what? Wherever I am connected with, my superior have to do. And here we know very frankly, we are part and parcel of Krishna. So we have to serve Krishna and no one else other than Krishna. That is what is. Yeah.
Failing to do this, he falls down. The Bhagavatam confirms this as follows. Does not render service and neglects his Lord, who is the source of all living entities, certainly fall down from his constitutional position. In this verse also the word Bhajanti is used. Therefore, Bhajanti is applicable to the Supreme Lord only, whereas the word worship can be applied to demigods or to any other common living entity.
Worshipping also is referred to as adoring him. So, हम लोग जब स्तुति सुनते हैं, remember it. Why Bhishma स्तुति, Kunti स्तुति, Narad स्तुति, जब स्तुति क्यों? What is the reason? क्या ग्लोरी भगवान को क्या अपना पुष्प कुछ करवाना चाहिए? हाँ बिल्कुल. We can hear, when we hear, we understand how great God is. No, that's not actual. Yes. याद है? तुम लेक्चर सुनते क्यों? काम करते करते सुनते. फिर वो क्या होता है? इसका हो जाता है, इस कान से उस कान इस कान से उस कान में निकल जाता है. हाँ हाँ, चलो किसने श्रद्धा से सुना उसको. You are partially right, but then any stuti means what? What is your actual understanding about the Supreme Person? यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या करते हैं? स्तुति नहीं करते. हम लोग जो चीज वो नहीं था उसके बारे में बड़े दयालु थे मिस्टर स्वेंस. बिल्कुल नहीं. एक नंबर का कंजूस रहेगा. और हम लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं? अरे बड़े दयालु थे साहब के हमारे थे, बड़े प्रेमल थे. रोज बोल के आपको डांटा और फिर भी आप क्या बोलोगे? तो अभी वो मर गया. तो उसके बारे में सब अच्छे अच्छे बोलो. कभी भी कोई भी आके कोई भी मंच में आके does anyone say use this fellow fed up of him, desperate, I was just not waiting when he will die? Does anyone say that? But when these devotees are speaking, they are actually speaking actual interaction with the Lord, with that person. And they are talking about, yes, this same Bhishma saying, the same Lord who had taken a vow, he took this chariot wheel and he came like a raging lion. And that scene is, I should be always remembering at the time of death. He's not talking good about it, he's talking bad about it. Someone is taking a wheel, chariot wheel, and running with full rage, trying to kill him. But still, he's talking good about it. He's talking the fact that but it was very good. It was looking very nice. And that he mentions the uttari, that is shawl falling down, and the way he was coming like the rage. And for each one shawl falling down, Acharya is still coming. Shawl क्यों दे रहा? Shawl क्यों? कृष्ण का shawl क्यों दे? हाँ बोलो, fashion design not properly designed. It is said, Acharya say, first and foremost, it was a warning for the horses. Don't move. My uttari hai, no, बड़े बड़े नो बिग शॉट्स का सिर्फ अच्छा है, छोड़ बिग शॉट का छोड़ो. गांव में आई डोंट नो अभी का मुझे लेटेस्ट पता नहीं, पहले तो गांव में बस में पकड़ने के लिए और बस स्टैंड में जाते थे ना, लोग खिड़की से गर्ची डालते थे, ये मेरा सीट है, ये मेरा सीट है. एक जमाना था, अभी भी है ये मुझे पता नहीं. हाँ पता है. They used to put a cloth. ये सीट मेरा है, nobody moves, your reservation. When we are talking of this material world, so Acharya say, when Krishna just dropped his uttariya, it was actually meant, hey horses, don't move. My uttariya, he is there. That means don't think the owner is not there, the driver is not there. I can move here and there. Don't hilna mat idhar se. Just for that one uttariya falling. Second, uttariya falling down. He says he was, I mean, wasn't he didn't have time even to place it properly. He just kept the uttariya down and said, let me go and kill this Bhishma, is troubling my devotees so much. That's a bhava which the Acharya is giving. एक गिरा एक उतरिए बेचारे, इसको इतना commentary होता है. So that is what is bhava bhakti. That is what is, in which way you can understand. You know, whenever you see that just the photograph of Krishna's uttariya falling down, the way Krishna, Arjuna catching the leg of Krishna, and he is going with the wheel, chariot wheel to hit Bhishma, and Bhishma standing with them in front of him. So what is Lord Bhishma saying? I am adoring that person. So beautiful. He was looking like a lion raging in front of Kunti Maharani. Says, oh, you have always protected us. She didn't tell lies. She has told what is the truth. So this is stuti. Whereas भौतिक दुनिया में स्तुति होता नहीं, मस्का पॉलिश होता, चमचागिरी होती, या गलत चीज बताया जाता है उस व्यक्ति के बारे में, ना कि असली चीज. That is the difference between a stuti and what happens is material. So it's not a glorification. It's a glorification with the facts involved in it, not just like, okay, in the material world, another thing is generally people glorify the Lord, or sorry, glorify a person when he has done good to him, specifically to him. He may not have done good to then next person, or let's say it's an office, so the boss has done promotion, given promotion to him, definitely his subordinate को promotion नहीं मिला है, so what will he say? Useless person, he didn't give promotion. This will say very nice person, because he gave him promotion. Whereas here the stuti is vipada santuta shashwat. She says मेरे को बार-बार problems हो, I'm happy. Means what? She was in adverse condition. Draupadi was being disrobed. They were being burnt in the Lakshagra. There were so many problems. Bhima was bit with the snakes, the poisonous snakes. In spite of all that, she is saying, very good, what you are doing is perfect. So this is what you have to understand. Stuti means actually acknowledging the greatness of the Lord. Whereas
These are all bhautik duniya mein. There is no actual greatness, but just created greatness. Yes, Mother, please continue.
In this verse, to the word Bhajanti is used, therefore Bhajanti is applicable not only as the word worship can be applied to efforts or any other common. The word Avanjan,
Avajanadi.
used in this verse of account is also found in Bhagavad Gita. Avajanati.
Ma Muda.
Only the fools and rascals will derive the supreme personality of Godhead or Krishna. Such fools can take upon themselves to write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita without an attitude of service to God.
Yes, this is what I was telling you earlier. Such fools who doesn't know the actual truth, who are not in the proper parampara, who are not having the proper acharyas to guide them, they write their own. That I sent a video, na, Devdutt Bhatnaik. सब भटकाता है ना लोगों को, तो भटनायक भटकाता है कि नहीं सब लोगों को. So वैसा I think some people are trying to find out how all demigods are homosexual. Is that this? That is what this fellow is doing. That is what he is trying to, because he himself is into this. He is trying to write this. Why? Is this the goal of knowing about the Indian gods and goddesses? What is the goal? What is the thing? Just to become famous, just to become, show that he is having some knowledge. One may write any nonsense. No. One has to understand it in a proper parampara and a proper sampradaya. Then one can write something about it. And first and foremost, to write about something or some person, one has to execute that. Are you executing devotional service to write on that? You yourself are not executing devotional service. How can you write something? Yes, continue, please.
Consequently, they cannot properly distinguish between the word Bhajanti and the word worship. The culmination of all kinds of yoga practices lies in Bhakti Yoga. All other yogas are but means to come to the point of Bhakti and Bhakti Yoga. Yoga actually means Bhakti Yoga. All other yogas are progression towards destination of Bhakti Yoga. From the beginning of Karma Yoga to the end of Bhakti Yoga is a long way to self-realization. Karma Yoga without prototype results is the beginning of this path. When Karma Yoga increases in knowledge and appreciation, the state is called Jnana Yoga. When Jnana Yoga increases in meditation on the super soul by different physical processes,
yes,
and the mind is on health, is called Ashtanga Yoga. And when one surpasses the Ashtanga Yoga and comes to the point of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, it is called Bhakti Yoga, the culmination. Actually, Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate goal. But to analyze Bhakti Yoga minutely, one has to understand these other yogas. The yogi who is progressive on the part of eternal good fortune. One who sticks to a particular point and does not make further progress is called either particularly Karma Yogi, Jnana Yogi, or Jnana point, Raj Yogi, Hatha Yogi, etc.
1 minute. I'd like to ask one question over here. If Lord wanted to say it is a yogi is better than a karma yogi, a yogi is better than a tapa yogi, a yogi is better than a gyan yogi, what is the need for telling all that? What is the need for telling? बोलो क्यों बताने का क्या जरूरत है? पूरा अष्टांग योग वगैरह पूरे चैप्टर लेने के बाद see, after writing one full chapter, he's saying yogi nam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana श्रद्धावान भजते ओमान समय युक्त तमो था. और फिर जब मन से कनेक्ट होना था तो कर्मयोग के बारे में इतना चैप्टर क्यों पढ़वाया आपने?
Guess what? We need black sugar wine.
Right, that is correct. If we want to teach our children also what is good, if we teach our children only good, they were never seen anything bad or anything wrong. How will they realize? You have to first show them that also. This is also there, existing in this world, but this is bad. This is bad. Then they will know the realization between good and bad. अगर आप उनको कोई भी चीज गलत चीज नहीं दिखाओगे या खराब चीज नहीं दिखाओगे, करके दिखाने की जरूरत में बात नहीं करता हूँ मैं। आजकल तो माँ बाप तो करके दिखा रहे, तू भी पी रहा है, मैं भी पीता हूँ, साथ में पीते हैं। क्यों? खुद सुधार नहीं सकते हैं तो दूसरे को भी बिगाड़ देने वाला काम। But this is not the right attitude. The point what I am trying to make is one has to show the darker side of the coin also to realize, so that one realizes the brighter side of it. अगर समझो भगवान ने सिर्फ मीठा 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 रखा था इस दुनिया में, मीठे फल, मीठे तुरई, मीठे भोपले, मीठे कद्दू, मीठे दूधी, लौकी, एवरीथिंग मीठा रहता, मीठे भेंडी, मीठी बैंगन, एवरीथिंग मीठा रहता, तो क्या मजा आता? He has to keep कड़वा करेला, so that one realizes, oh, करेला कड़वा करेले से तो ये अच्छा है, मीठा सब्जी अच्छा है, या मीठा अच्छा है। तो hey, I'm talking about aliens. I'm not talking about aliens. I'm talking about humans. So point what I'm trying to make over here is, yes, the other side has to be shown. Yes, you may say one may choose, but what is Lord N concluding? That why then the second last verse where he says this is better than this is better than this is better than, but all are better than it. Yogi is the best of all the Lord. And उसमें भी कौन सा योगी? वो लास्ट वर्स में बोलता है, योगी नाम अपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेन अंतरात्मना. So he is saying first yogi is better than that means that's why he say तस्मात् योगी भव अर्जुना, तू योगी बन जा अर्जुना, तू योगी बन जा. अच्छा उसमें भी कौन सा वाला योगी? He is telling the last verse. And yes, whole chapter कर्म योग के बारे में 2 चैप्टर पढ़ा earlier, उसके पहले कर्म कांड के बारे में पढ़ा, demigod worship के बारे में पढ़ा. So all this he has shown so that agar the darker side is not seen, then the brighter side won't be realized how bright it is, how important it is, and how bright it is. So that's the reason. Yeah, continue.
Therefore, to become Krishna conscious is the highest stage of yoga. Just as we speak of Himalaya, we refer to the world's highest mountains, of which the highest peak, Mount Everest, is considered in the culture. It is by great
See,
fortune.
beautifully Prabhupada is explaining very simply. We may talk about mountains, but उसमें सबसे supreme mountain कौन सा है? तो वैसे yoga option is karma yoga is there, jnana yoga is there, jnana yoga is there, bhakti yoga is there, but supreme most is a yoga by which is always connected by the mind with me is the supreme. Yes, Prabhupada. Yes.
It is by great fortune that one comes to Krishna consciousness on the part of a become well situated according to the direction. The ideal yogi concentrates his attention on Krishna, who is called Shyam, typically colored as cloud, whose lotus-like face is effulgent as the sun, his dress is brilliant jewels, and his body is flower garlanded, illuminating all sides is his gorgeous luster, which is called Brahma Yoga. He incarnates different forms such as Rama, Narasimha, Vara, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he descends like as the son of Mother Yashoda, and he is known as Krishna, Govinda, and Vasudha. He is the perfect child, husband, friend, master, and peaceful with all obediences and transcendental qualities. If one remains fully conscious of his features of Lord, he is called the highest. The stage of highest perfection in yoga can be attained only by Bhakti Yoga, as is confirmed in all ancient literature. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the Supreme, the spiritual Master are all possible imports of basic knowledge automatically revealed. Bhaktir asya vajanam tada iya murtapati. Service to the Lord, which is free from desire for material.
Bhakti means
Bhakti means devotional service to the Lord, which is free from desire for material profit, either in this life or the next. Void of such implications, one should fully absorb the mighty soul. That is the purpose of Aesper. These are some of the means of performance of bhakti of Krishna consciousness, the highest perfectional state of yoga system.
So one has to understand that finally Lord is wanting his mind. Again, he will repeat on the 12th chapter, the same point will be repeated, where Lord says, I want your mind. I don't want anything else other than your mind. So this is how we have to understand. Still, however, how much we read the Bhagavad Gita from so many angles, still there is much more to be learned at all angles and all at all times. But so temporarily right now we conclude our 6th chapter with this, and after we come back from our Diwali vacation, we'll start with the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So till then, anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask. Yes, Mother, you had some doubts. You said much. Okay, the general doubts. Okay, fine then. So we will meet after the thing.